Dorinda Medley, who is literally, I thought was going to go top 5, at least, in Traitors, just looking at the cast of, incredible. And if you haven't seen the series, it's exactly what you would play in high school. We used to call it Mafia. You would sit around with your eyes closed. Someone is selected. Everyone just goes after each other. It's brilliant that this has been unfolded as a reality series. 3 seasons in now. It's streaming on Peacock. The first 3 episodes are up. We are going to get a little spoilery, although it's worth catching up if you haven't watched yet because it just unfolds in ways that you're not expecting. Dorinda, first tell me, what was your expectations going in? Of course, I'm sure they went in an opposite direction, but what was your vibe heading in? I mean, I was going to let you reveal that.
I spent about a month just picking out these fabulous outfits. I read The Art of War twice. I had my daughter who is at Harvard doing dissertations with me of how to handle it. We studied the UK show, the US show. I went in there and literally in my room, swear to God, this is true. I had a stack of papers with things written on them and I had them taped all across the room.
Wow.
I was ready and able. I was in the mindset. I used to go to Scotland every weekend when I lived in London.
You mentioned that.
So I was going back to, in a weird way, my homeland because my daughter has Scottish. I thought it had so much meaning. Well, you know what the meaning is? You're murdered.
I mean, I couldn't believe it. I just thought... Well, I mean, of course. Okay, you more so. I didn't mean to put myself in the scenario, but I did feel heartbroken in a way because, well, and for people that have not seen, it's like a series of different, we have like our challengers in a way. So literally shows like Survivor, but there's also Big Brother, like competition based. There's actually Wes from The Challenge, for example, and the Housewives. And I kept thinking, why would you not want Housewives as allies? You guys are famously thick as thieves.
Well, not only that,
you're confrontational.
And we're also, they're in like, see, that's what it is. It's kind of like everything you learned in kindergarten don't do. I think that those may be some of the reasons why they don't want them. If you kind of have to turn it upside down, right? Because the housewives call it out all the time. You know me, I tell it like it is, but I always make it nice. I mean, you
make it nice.
So I think that there could have been that. And listen, we come in there with probably a slightly preconceived notion of who we are, right?
Right.
So,
but
I take it, listen, can I tell you something?
Yes.
I take it as a compliment. That's the only way I could take it.
Totally. You're seen as a threat.
A compliment. They because no one knew me well enough at that point to take it personally, right? So I of course I hate to fail because I'm both Sagittarian and incredibly competitive. So of course I bawled when I saw that envelope on the chair. You could have struck me over with a feather. That eagle was not flying. That eagle became a pigeon in 2 seconds. I was like, I couldn't believe it because I had listen, for nothing else, I had great hopes for content because I am a content creator. I mean, look, I was on for 2 minutes and we already got some great memes of me on the raft with Dolores.
Oh, I loved that. Honestly, but that alone, I was like, why are you ripping that out of our hands? You have Dorinda and Dolores on a float.
Well, you know what I did? You know what I did last night to make myself feel good? And boy, did it make me feel good. I went to the wonderful Rise Gay Bar for Sunday afternoon. And boy, I felt good afterwards. I'm like, it doesn't matter. The gays love me.
Exactly. You will continue on in just legacy and love.